This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're coming to you from the 2019 Disruptive Growth Conference here in New York City. I have with me today Rodney Varner from Genprex. It's a publicly traded company whose symbol is GNPX. They're on the NASDAQ. Welcome, Rodney, to SNN.Live.
Well, Shelley, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's good to have you. Thanks for coming. So let's get started with an overview of the company, and we'll go from there.
Genprex is developing gene therapies for cancer based on technology out of the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. Our initial target is lung cancer.
So let's get a little history of the company.
Our company started in 2010 when we licensed technology for treatment of cancer that had been invented and developed at MD Anderson. We licensed that technology when it was in a phase 1 for lung cancer. We completed that phase 1 clinical trial, moved it into a phase 1/2 clinical trial in combination with erlotinib against lung cancer, and we're in that phase 2, the phase 2 portion of that trial now.
So what's the basis of the molecule?
The active ingredient is a tumor suppressor gene known as TUSC2, TUSC2. That gene is encapsulated in a cholesterol molecule where it's delivered systemically, that is by IV, into the patient, where it goes throughout the body and targets tumor cells.
So is this used in combination with other drugs?
Yes, our research has shown that our gene therapy is synergistic with a number of other powerful cancer drugs that are in use today, such as EGFR inhibitors and immunotherapies, such as checkpoint inhibitors. So we believe that the best and most powerful use of our drug will be in combination with these other approved drugs.
So what is your competitive advantage?
Well, the competitive advantage is that when combined with these other approved drugs, we believe that we can make those drugs applicable to a wider population of people, and it will make people susceptible to benefiting from those drugs after they've already become resistant to them. So it's the ability to enhance and improve the performance of already approved lung cancer drugs.
So you're a public company, so keep your answer limited to press releases already public. What are some growth drivers for the coming year?
Well, we anticipate completing the scaling up and transfer of our manufacturing process from MD Anderson Cancer Center, where it's been done to date, to outside manufacturers who can do it at larger scale and for commercial purposes. We also anticipate within a period of a year having an additional clinical trial started with the combination of our gene therapy plus immunotherapy and adding additional clinical trial sites to our existing trial and likely having additional clinical data from our existing trial within that time.
What's your background?
I'm a business attorney. I practiced law for 35 years before taking over this company, and I originally was involved as an investor. Unfortunately, our CEO became ill in 2012. I took over. It was supposed to be part-time and temporary, and after 7 years, I'm still doing it.
Still part-time.
It's not part-time. It's more than full-time.
So, Rodney, what is the unmet need that Genprex is going after?
Well, it's a huge unmet need in that late-stage lung cancer patients, that is people who couldn't be cured by surgery, have very few options, and the existing approved drugs, for the most part, don't provide cures. And we believe that we will be able to benefit this large population of patients who either can't receive or benefit from the existing drugs, or who does receive them but then relapses and no longer benefits. So it's a huge population of very ill patients who really don't have other alternatives.
Let's get your website out to our investor audience for more information.
It's www.genprex.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Varner, Genprex, publicly traded company. The symbol is GNPX on NASDAQ. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, coming to you live from the 2019 Disruptive Growth Conference here in New York City. Rodney, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Shelley. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.